Well, we finally restored Brian to a faster PC radio. Good morning, Brian.
Good
Good
morning, and hey,
morning,
there's
Rick.
there's a
Hey,
little bit of confusion today, but hey, we're here. We're ready to answer your questions. Sorry for the wait and the delay, but we're here. We're ready to answer your questions. Give us a call 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590 with your computer related questions, and that way, if you have questions, we're here to answer them, whether they're cybersecurity, computer technology, streaming. We are here to answer your questions. We also do want to let you know we have rolled out a lot of our episodes. The various segments and topics that we've talked about. We have actually rolled those out as individual videos on cybersecurity, how to watch various. If you want to know how to watch Major League Baseball games for free, well, go to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. If you want to know how to watch the WNBA, including every game that Caitlin Clark plays, go to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. You can watch those. If you want to learn how to watch the NBA Finals for free without a cable TV subscription, go over to our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You'll be able to see that. You'll be able to watch how to do that. We also have rolled out our various cybersecurity segments, including the 5-part segment we do on how to protect yourself from telephone scams. So we talked about zero trust. We talked about zero, having a zero trust mindset. Employing or getting someone, having help from someone that is more knowledgeable than you and can understand, not just more knowledgeable than you, but can understand the cyber threats and can advise you on what to do and what steps to take. We also talked about how to verify and really not even trusting, and also talked about how you can actually implement a certain security on your computer, or we can help you if you don't know how to do that, so that you can actually implement zero trust and least privileges. And all of that may not make sense to you. You may not even understand what all that terminology means. But listen, we can help you with that. We can help you with all of that. So head over to our Facebook page where you'll be able to see that. We've also had 2 segments that we've rolled out: how to watch movies for free on YouTube, also from the library. So you can head over and watch that. We have segments that we have rolled out where we show you an actual live scareware, what we call a scareware message that's saying your computer's infected, and you see the screen coming up. Do not turn off your computer. Your computer is locked. Well, we show how to deal with that, and we'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. But we're here to answer your questions, so give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590.
listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Or just go to our website, fasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. From the founding of our company, A Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to A Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean A Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need A Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need A Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or A Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need A Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need A Faster PC.
Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio. This is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to A Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for A Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need A Faster PC.
That's right, you do. And we are back ready to answer your questions, ready to answer your computer, your technology, your cybersecurity questions, your streaming questions as well. And we're going to the lines here in just a minute or two. But I did want to let you know we will be talking about, Microsoft did release this past week their June security updates, and we'll be talking about this. So we do have Dave on the line. Welcome to A Faster PC live technical support. Dave, how can we help you today?
Okay.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
on.
we're waiting for you
Hold
to.
on. I'm to hear what you just said about June updates, and she said we're updated. So that's not why I'm calling. I haven't. Do you work? Do you know about iPad?
Yes.
Okay, my iPad. My wife and I both have iPads, and I never had a problem. Like if I'm reading the newspaper and I want to print a recipe or an article, I never had problems. I just press on it, it comes up. I press print, it shows on the thing, and I hit print to one of our printers, and no problem. Well, this last week, the printers show up when I hit print, and nothing happens. It says no printer found. Then when I hit press that, the two printers come up. I press one, and the little eye of death goes, and then it just goes away. And I press the other, and it eye of death, and then that one goes away. I can't print from my iPad at all. And I went online and I looked at all the different things about rebooting, clearing history, all this kind of stuff. We have Air printers. So
Yes.
there's nothing really. I don't know what to do. We went to Epson. We have an Epson printer. It was one of them. The other one's a brother.
Yes.
In the Epson printer, we have the app, and we went in. The wife did some clearing and stuff like that, and we thought, okay, maybe that would work, but that didn't do anything either. So do you have any suggestions, or is it my iPad that's going?
Well, yes, I do have suggestions. So first, when you're having printing issues, one of the first things that you need to do, and you may have already done this, but I'm going to mention it for everyone else out there. It's one of the first things that we do is, in this case, you're printing not with a cable, you're printing wirelessly. So your iPad is connected to the internet wirelessly through a router or a modem that is also functioning as a router. And then your printer is also connecting to that same router, either through an Ethernet cable or wirelessly. And so what you really, the first step to do would be to power cycle your modem or router, or again, if the modem is a, if your modem also functions as a router, power cycle that. By power cycling, I mean to turn off, disconnect the power to it. So when you disconnect the power to it, there's going to be no lights on it, and
my wife did that.
And you're going to leave it off for about 30 seconds, and then you're going to turn it back on. Now, depending on the modem, if it's a modem, that modem may take some time to come back up. In fact, if it's a Comcast or Xfinity modem, it may take 5 to 10 minutes to come back up. So you want to give it a little bit of time. After you've given it some time to come back up, again, 5 to 10 minutes if it's a Comcast modem. Some other modems and routers may be able to come back up within maybe a minute or two, but give it some time. You want to also power cycle the printer. So typically a lot of printers like to be power cycled using the power button on the front, and you can press that power button and it'll sometimes if it has an LCD screen, it'll come up and ask you if you want to shut down. You have to select that you want to shut down, let it shut down, and again, leave it off for about 30 seconds, and then turn it back on. It will take a little bit of time, not as long as a modem or a router, but it might take a minute or two to fully connect and be connected. Then I would go to your iPad and totally power off the iPad. And that can happen by pressing the power button typically, and you press it and hold it, and then it'll ask you a little slide bar will come up at the top asking you if you want to shut down, and you'll slide that to the right. It'll shut it down. Then what you want to do, leave it off again for about 30 seconds, power it back up, and again you're going to do that with the power button quite often, and that'll take a minute or two to come fully back up. You'll want to make sure that it's connected. Check your Wi-Fi settings in the iPad and make sure that it's connected to the same network that the printer or printers are connected. In your case, you have two printers, so make sure it's connected to your router, because sometimes we see sometimes people will connect, let's say, to an Xfinity hotspot or maybe you have more than one network in the house and you connect to a different network, that may cause a problem. So make sure you're connected to the same network, and then give it another try. If it still doesn't work, you can go to the printer itself, make sure that the printer is connected to that same network. And with the printer, what you're going to be looking for is and some printers have LCD displays and some don't. The ones that don't have LCD displays are a lot more tricky when it comes to networking, to figuring out whether it's actually connected and whether it's working. If you don't have an LCD display, you may actually have to log into the interface using a web browser. You can do that on an iPad, but if you have a laptop, you can do it, or a desktop, you can do it on that as well. The network interface of the router or modem, and that will require knowing the password for that device, maybe the username for that device as well, to see, and then you're going to look for the connected devices and see whether you see that device in the network or not, your printer in the network or not. See whether it's active, see whether it's printing. You could even, if it is connected, you'll see an IP address, and an IP address might be something like 10.0.0.24 or 192.168.1.24. And so you can actually type that into a web browser in the address bar, and you should be able to pull up the network page of the printer itself and go in and make sure that everything is working there. If you have an LCD display, it's quite a bit easier, because typically there's a button. Some of them are touchscreen, some of them you have to use the arrows to select various options. But the touchscreen ones, there's typically a wireless button that you can press that will indicate whether it's connected. If so, what network it's connected to. It will give you an IP address if it's connected as well. So those are all things that you can do, that you can check out, and hopefully everything works at that point. Another thing to check is to see whether you can print from another device. If you can print from an iPad or from an iPhone or an Android phone or from a computer, then you know that the computer and the printer, or the printer is working right, and the network is working right, and it could be an issue with the iPad. But typically power cycling, and sometimes we get called out for on-sites, or we're even doing a remote session, because a lot of times we're solving these types of things remotely with the assistance of the homeowner or the business owner or the medical practice manager or whoever. And so we'll walk the person through power cycling those devices and bringing things back on. We'll log into the router. We'll actually check things out like that. One thing to note is that you probably have a newer printer, but one issue we ran into, I don't know, I think it was yesterday we ran into with a client, is that they actually recently they have Xfinity for their service. They recently got a new modem, and their one of their printers is an old printer and was not able to connect wirelessly to the new modem. So a lot of the new Xfinity modems are using Wi-Fi 6 technology, which not every device is able to connect to. And but if you haven't changed any network devices, that's not your issue. A lot of times we see that power cycling devices can resolve these types of problems, and sometimes we've even had situations where we've done an on-site, and that was the solution, power cycling devices. And by the way, we even have, for some of our business clients, because they don't want to have problems during the day, we actually install smart switches that actually automatically power cycle the modem, the router automatically every day, at a set time, maybe 3 a.m., sometime where people, the business really isn't using the network at that time. It's not really critical that the network is up. And that just helps prevent this type of problem. But in a home, in a business, when you're having a problem, power cycling is a good way to help resolve those issues. And hopefully those steps will resolve that issue. If not, we can definitely help you with further troubleshooting steps. But hopefully that will get you pointed in the right direction there.
Okay, just to give you an update, we did repowered the router. We cycled the printers. Did we turn off and on the printers? Yes, we did the power of the printers. I turned my iPad on and off a number. We checked the same network, which we are. My wife's iPad has no problems printing from. Our desktop has no problem printing from. I will check to make sure our printers should be on, because I'm on the same network my wife is, and she's having no problem.
Yeah. So it sounds like you've done a lot of the steps, and definitely if all of your other devices are able to print and yours is not, then the problem would definitely be on the end of your iPad. So we actually had a situation this past week where in one of the businesses that we service, they have two Epson printers. They are high-end residential printers. They really are using them much more than what they're designed to be used for. In fact, one of them has about 113 pages printed, 113,000, I should say. 113, not 113, but 113,000 pages printed. But they're using them way more than what they're designed for. But one of those devices was able to scan to computers in the office, and the other device wasn't able to. And the other device was saying, well, check your firewall settings, make sure networking is set up, and all of that. But that was something that we had that issue. And let me see. So I'm not sure why. Sure. Okay. Cliff, I guess we're back there. Anyway. Okay, so sometimes you do have situations where one device doesn't work quite right, and so troubleshooting on the iPad itself would be something that you would want to look at there, and hopefully that can help you. That can give you a little bit of a definitely you do want to make sure that you're connected to the same IP address. I mean, or the same network. One of the things you could try is, if you can find out the IP address of the printer, you could even from the iPad, launch a web browser and type in that IP address in the address bar and see if you can pull up the printer's page. If you can, you're on the same network, you should be able to communicate with it at that point. And sometimes turning off the wireless network, turning the wireless network back on can reset certain settings there, and hopefully that can help, and that can help you resolve some of those issues for you. So,
okay, the question would be is if it's a problem with the iPad, is it something worth fixing, or the iPad's several years old. I mean, it's
we got to go to a break here.
Listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a...
Hey, Cliff, I'm not getting any audio anymore from the studio. What in the world? So the studio we just lost signal from the studio, but we are still on, still are streaming. Cliff will get back on here in a minute. Our connection is good to Facebook and to YouTube. So for whatever reason, they're having some issues over there at WPSL today. But you are listening to a Faster PC live technical support We are streaming this show live. We're on the radio. Well, whenever we're connected, they're having some issues with connectivity at the studio today. But when we are connected, we are streaming, or we are on the radio, 1590 AM on the Treasure Coast, and also we're here actually streaming to YouTube and to Facebook. Anyway, we are in a break right now. Okay, so there we go. We got WTSL again.
That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in shop and on site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC has been here, and as Florida begins to open for business,
The faster PC.
will remain open to repair computers 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 Saturdays. We offer curbside drop-off and pickup and on-site service where a Faster PC can come to you. And we can fix many computer problems remotely without requiring any in-person contact. A Faster PC is also working to help our customers set up remote access so that employees can continue to work and be productive from home. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 next to the new Dollar General in Port St. Lucie, and on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. Again, that's 772-878-5978. Even in times like these, when you have computer problems,
You need a faster PC.
welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says Listen to A Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for A Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do,
Yes,
and
you
we
do,
are
and-
back, ready to answer your computer and technical questions. I know Dave isn't on the line anymore, but in case you're listening, Dave, we just wanted to just follow up. You were asking, as we were heading out to the last break, you were asking actually whether it's worth it to resolve the issue on the iPad. And certainly it does appear, since your wife's iPad is working properly and printing properly, that would tell you that the printers are working, the router's working, your wife's iPad is working. You can print also from the computers without problems. Assuming that they're printing over the network, that would tell you that, again, confirm that the network is working fine. I would not think in most cases that it would be an issue with your iPad, a hardware issue with your iPad, although it is possible. Most likely it's a software issue with your iPad. Sometimes, again, power cycling. We talked about power cycling the iPad, and you mentioned that you had done that. Sometimes also turning off the wireless on the iPad can help. Turning it off and then turning it back on. So that can help. And again, just making sure that you're connected to the same network. Some homes and some businesses also have range extenders. And sometimes those range extenders have different network names but connect you to the same network. Sometimes they have the same network name but connect you, again, you're connecting to the same network. Well, sometimes those range extenders don't work properly or they're disconnected. And what you actually have to do is you actually have to, especially if you power cycle the modem, you'll want to power cycle those range extenders afterward. And what the range extenders do is they just extend the range of the wireless network. Like sometimes the modem will be, or the router will be on one side of the house and you don't get good wireless signal on the other side of the house. Or maybe sometimes people want a wireless access outside the house or in a different area. So one of the things you can do is you can actually have a range extender. But if you do have a range extender, again, sometimes when a device gets disconnected, they won't be, they'll have to be power cycled to be reconnected. And so, that's another thing to look at. But most likely it's a software issue. Hopefully just a small tweak will change it. If there are any updates, iOS updates that your device can install that are available, I would recommend installing those because that can correct certain issues. If the iPad is so old that you can't install updates anymore, then you are getting to a place where using it is more and more dangerous and more risky because you're not getting the security updates that the new operating system would afford you. So in that case, replacing the iPad would be a good thing to do. So those are a few additional thoughts on that issue. Now, this past week, Microsoft did roll out their monthly security updates, and these are huge. They actually, the amount of threats that are out there and the amount of patches are just, it really is so difficult to keep up with. But just to give you an idea of how many threats have been detected even this year. We're not quite halfway through the year, and right now over 30,000 threats have been detected. And we're talking about various different vulnerabilities and issues with hardware and software have been detected and reported, and to the extent that these have been given an official number, over 30,000. Well, Microsoft did release updates, their monthly security updates this past Tuesday, and your computer, you might have seen them on Tuesday, you might have seen them on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, but because sometimes with all the computers in the world, they just don't roll it out to everyone all at once. And by the way, there is a setting in Windows updates. Microsoft is starting to actually roll out updates based on electrical use. And so there's an environmental impact section in and the Windows updates, and you can actually turn that off, and you can choose to have updates installed as soon as they are available. And I'll show you how to do that. We'll actually switch over to a full screen, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. And I'll show you also how to search for updates if you haven't installed those updates yet. But I did want to go over what these updates do and what they actually patch. So there was actually 51 flaws in various portions of the operating system that were patched this past Tuesday. Now, here's one thing that you need to realize. Every operating system, whether it's Windows, whether it's Mac, whether it's Linux, they have flaws, and those flaws aren't known until they're discovered. And they're either discovered by the company that designs the software, or by a security firm, or by hackers. When hackers discover the flaws first, they actually start exploiting that flaw, and then what you have, what they actually call that is a 0-day threat. So it's a threat that when it's discovered by the company or by a security firm, it's already the flaw is already being exploited. And by the way, every piece of software out there has security flaws as well. This is one reason why it's vital, it's important to get your Windows updates installed, to update your Windows updates to make sure that you're installing these updates and installing the software. But 51 patches flaws were patched this past Tuesday. One of which actually had a security risk of 8.8, and this is actually a zero-click exploit in Outlook. So if you use Microsoft Outlook, you will want to make sure that you actually install this patch. By the way, if you're using a version of Outlook that is no longer supported by Microsoft, you will not get this patch. So this is something that you definitely want to make sure that you are using a supported version of Microsoft Office. So those include Microsoft Outlook 2016 or Office 2016, Office 2021, Microsoft 365. So these are versions that are supported currently, and you need to make sure that you get these updates. So what this means, this zero click, means that you actually don't have to click on the email. You don't have to click on a link. You don't have to open an attachment. This flaw is so severe that just by receiving an email in your Outlook without this patch, that email could launch malicious code. And so it is very important that you get this patch, that you install this patch. Some of the other patches deal with Windows. There is there are also other threats that are out there. So there are 17 vulnerabilities that were patched in Microsoft Edge, which, by the way, is based on the same core that Chrome is based on. Last week we talked about a 0-day threat that was affecting Chrome. Well, there were 17 patches and vulnerabilities that were patched this past week in Edge, which again is based on the core that Chrome is based on. It's called Chromium. And so there's also a third-party advisory tracking one of the threats. It's a denial of service issue that impacts various validation that can cause CPU exhaustion. So one of the things you do definitely want to get out there, install the updates, make sure that you are protecting yourself. So I'm going to switch over to a full screen. We're going to show you how to install these updates. So we're going to click on the Start button. Now in Windows 11, that's more toward the center, although you can move it over to the left the way you're used to seeing it in Windows 10. In Windows 10, it's on the left. If you're using an operating system prior to Windows 10, you will not get any of these updates. You're only going to be limited to minimal updates. You want to get your computers updated to Windows 10 at least, and Microsoft is still supporting it, so you can get Windows updates and have these security updates installed. By the way, we can still update Windows 8, Windows 8.1. We can update Windows 7 to Windows 10. So if you're out there running any of those old operating systems that are no longer, you can't get the updates anymore, you're playing with fire there. You want to get these updated so that you can install the security updates. But we're going to click on the Start button here, and we're going to go up to Settings. Now, by default, you're going to see Settings. It's going to be what looks like a cog or a gear. I have actually put mine into a folder called Utilities. That's the way I can get all of the icons that I normally use right up there on this on my main screen. So Settings is loading here, and what we're going to do. By the way, your screen won't see Cliff in the studio. That's just part of Skype. But wave to the audience, Cliff. But in Settings, you click on Windows Updates, a Windows Update, and then you want to. It'll actually should start searching for updates, or you can click Check for Updates. And you also have this setting to get updates as soon as they are available. And that's a good one to turn on, because then the updates, you'll have them, those will be rolled out, and some of those will be non-security related updates and fixes and improvements, but you also will have some other updates that are related to zero-day threats. You want to get these installed as quickly as possible. So we want to encourage you to get out there and install those updates. I'm not going to have any updates available because I installed mine already. Now, our managed services clients also are not going to have these, because we actually have scripts that search for updates twice a day and to install Windows updates. So you may want to check that out.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show, or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website of fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5, and next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is An Appeal to Heaven Flag, Its Historical and Modern Day Meaning, Part 2. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.fasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
One of the biggest problems we face in America today is absentee fathers. Many children are growing up today without a father in the home. It was Barack Obama who told us what happens when you remove a father from the home. You're 9 times more likely to end up in prison, 6 times more likely to drop out of high school, 12 times more likely to live a life of poverty. It's time we return to doing things God's way.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
PBS News.